Welcome to Toffee TV. This is the Everton News Daily. Don't forget, if you haven't already, to subscribe. Please do subscribe as we head towards 20,000 on YouTube. Don't forget, if you want to be notified when there's a video, click the bell for alerts. And if you want more videos, join us on Patreon. Of course, today has been Ronald Koeman's press conference. He was joined by Michael Keane ahead of tomorrow's game against Lyon at Goodison Park. Some of the points that were raised before we go into detail. John Joe Kenny trained today despite having an injury over after the international break. He'll be assessed tomorrow. There's no more injury concerns. James McCarthy could be back for Sunday after playing 45 minutes last night for the under-23s. Koeman has admitted that maybe that we're in crisis. Thanks for spotting that, Ronald. And the boss has also revealed that is the full and total support from the Everton board. Ronald Koeman said on winning the game, he said it's really important that we know the situation in the group and that we need a win. We expected to win last time, but we were unlucky. We weren't unlucky. They scored in the last minute. So normally you need 3 wins at home and you pick something out of the away games. We need a win tomorrow. Yeah, he's absolutely right. We do need to win tomorrow because I think from the Lyon games we need to take 4 points because they're going to be our main challenges. Certainly if Atalanta win tomorrow night, so I think we have to get a win simply, not just for this competition, for overall confidence, for the players and for the fans themselves as well. Koeman has also mentioned training. He's mentioned it recently about not having enough training sessions. He said, in my opinion, you have different ways to try and develop the team. You're using clips out of games, having meetings with players to get it right. The next is to win. That's the best medicine in football player to come to this level. We know that we need to do, and the boys are working really hard to get it right. I think it's a good night tomorrow to get the win and get full confidence in the team. We play during the week. We will play next Wednesday. We will play tomorrow. We will play Sunday. It's all about making... sorry, I've lost my place there. It's all about making it clear to the players how we like to play. There's no time to spend hours in training. So obviously he's saying that he can't get his message over to the players. Well, as I said the other day, simplify it then. Simplify it. Make it as basic as you can and let the players get on with it. Ronald Koeman, as I mentioned, he had a visit last week from Mashiri and Bill Kenwright. He said, yes, he was here with Bill Kenwright and more people from the board because they haven't seen the new building. You speak about football, of course. There wasn't really a message. They are behind the team and the manager. In football, that's a nice thing, but in football, it's all about results. Until now, it's total support from the board, yes. So obviously he's saying that there's no problem. He thinks anyway. Well, certainly that's the message he's trying to get out, which is what you'd expect. Ronald Koeman also mentioned Memphis Depay. If you remember last January, we really heavily linked him before January, and it felt nailed on that actually we were going to sign him. He said, of course, the club didn't get an agreement with Man United, and Depay chose to move to Lyon. I think Everton obviously wanted to take him on loan for the rest of the season, whereas Lyon were willing to sell him, buy him because Man United wanted to sell him. He said he's still a young player and he's one of the Dutch talents for the future. He's always dangerous even when he's not in the level in the game. He has qualities in free kicks and shots outside the box. He's that dangerous player we need to control. And he scored a great goal actually last week for Holland, scored a great free kick. Ronald Koeman has also had his say on Goodison. He said, I wouldn't say it's been difficult. We know if you're not playing well, then the fans have a right to get on our case. It's nice to go away from home and build confidence and bring back to Goodison. We want to create chances, keep teams penned in, and we haven't done that enough at Goodison this season. Well, we haven't done that at all this season, let's be honest. The fans deserve to see that. And Michael Keane on the crowd as well said they have high expectations, as they should do. It's sometimes nice to get away from home and build confidence of the type of football you'd like to play and bring it back to Goodison. But hopefully we can be more positive in our play. We need to create chances, pin teams in and put them to the sword. We haven't done that enough at Goodison, and the fans deserve to see that, and hopefully we can do that. So both of them getting the message out there that basically that they don't feel comfortable playing at Goodison Park. From reading both of the from what both of you said, it seems like they want to get wins away so they can bring that back and have confidence because they feel like they're under pressure. I find that quite interesting because I know the crowd can be a massive part of the game and should be a massive part of the game. And hopefully tomorrow night, the fans will be right behind the team because that's what they need. But I always find it worrying when players start not having a go at the crowd, but basically saying, "Oh, we don't really enjoy playing in front of them." That to me, I find is quite weak. And if you've got weak players, I don't think you're ever gonna win anything. I think the best players in the world can handle hostile atmospheres, whether it's away from home or at home, their own fans. So I can understand where they're coming from, but I don't really like that kind of thing. On Lyon, according to L'Equipe newspaper this morning, Lyon could be without both Mariano Diaz and Ferland Mendy for the trip to Goodison. Add that to Pape Chique Diop, Clement Grenada and Jeremy Morel. And they could have a few players missing tomorrow night. Obviously, they played last Friday. Got a couple of more days rest. They played Monaco and beat them 3-2. But it looks like they could be missing a couple of players tomorrow night. So let's hope they are. Let's hope they're not really arsed. They're not really taking it seriously. That's enough on the Lyon game. Just a couple of more points. Onyekuru, I always get it right when I do it to camera, I always get it wrong. Onyekuru has been called up for the Nigeria squad for next month's game against Algeria, which is great for us because obviously the work permit situation. He's playing tonight against PSG. In fact, he had a great chance before that he should have scored, but showed tremendous pace from the left-hand side. I mean, imagine him playing on our left-hand side or having a bit of pace on the left-hand side. But it's great that he's been called up. If he can be called up and play, in the World Cup and get the games he needs to play and be part of that squad, then, Everton shouldn't have any problem with a work permit for next season because it doesn't look like there's been reports today from his camp saying that there's no agreement. No agreement can be there's no break agreement with Anderlecht. Obviously, we've been talking the last few days that he could come to Everton, or certainly Everton are trying to get him. But his people are saying there's no break agreement. Why don't you just say that in the first place instead of getting all our hopes up? Last thing, Jamie Carragher's had to say on Olivier Giroud not signing for Everton. He said, "I think he's one of the most underrated players in the Premier League. He scores goals and he gives you that presence. He was France's number one striker at Euro 2016, and given that quality that they have, that shows he's a really good player. He would have been a great signing for Everton." Yes, he would have. And he's also had to say on Sigurdsson, he said a lot of time he was being judged on his assist at Swansea, but you always need someone to finish it off. If Everton have not got that out-and-out goal scorer, they have very few players to get in the end of crosses. So Sigurdsson's numbers will be badly affected by the lack of a striker. Yeah, I've said that before about players. Assists only come if you've got someone to finish it off, and Sigurdsson doesn't have anyone to finish it off. And maybe that affects his whole game. Maybe he doesn't want to play certain passes because he knows there's no one going to be at the end of it. So it makes his signing seem even sillier or silly that we didn't sign him after we'd got a target man. But Everton were obviously very confident they were going to get Olivier Giroud all the way to the end. Put all their eggs in one basket, unfortunately. So that's it. That's all the news from today. Obviously, the press conference has dominated it. Let us know your thoughts. Are you confident tomorrow? We've got to get a win tomorrow. We've got to win. And the crowd have got to be up for it as well, I think. I think the crowd have got to be absolutely on it. If the players are not, let us be on it. At least if we're on it, then no one can say anything else. And if you haven't got a ticket yet, go and get a ticket. Go and get a ticket. And let's, have a real go tomorrow night. Don't be one of those people who's like, "Oh, I'm not turning up because we're playing rubbish." Be there. You're an Evertonian. It doesn't matter what we play, you turn up anyway, so be there. Thanks for watching Toffee TV. I'll see you later.